MTDCNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
Well, good to see you today. I thought this would be a good opportunity to get from yourself how you see manufacturing at the moment in the UK.
Well, Paul, I think manufacturing is in a very strong place. We see the big, sexy, visible sectors like automotive, aerospace, perhaps less so pharmaceuticals, which I think has dropped a bit in employment in recent weeks. But those sectors are going well. You can see automotive growing great guns, due to make maybe 2 million vehicles in the next few months. That's the SMMT's forecast. And aerospace equally buoyant with Airbus and the big OEMs having large order books. I think.
What about the SMEs? We talk about OEMs, but what about the small and medium-sized companies?
Well, that's my own personal interest, and I think also the interest of many commentators and politicians more recently. Of course, it's all very well having multinationals in a country, and the UK has certain benefits, tax breaks and location for that. But if you can't provide local suppliers, you're not really benefiting UK PLC. I mean, automotive, for example, they've tried to do an awful lot of work with the Automation Investment Council. Is it part of the Automotive Council? Automotive Investment Council, sorry. That they are looking at ways of domesticising the supply chain. So we use fewer multinationals or German companies, for example, Japanese companies for parts in cars, and more locally made parts. It is difficult though, because if you're a large OEM like a Nissan or a Toyota, you need to be able to get parts in such high volumes. And over the last 30 years, there's been such a hollowing out of the supply chain that not so many British companies are available to produce parts. They can do it to the same quality, but not in the volume. So there's that bridge to gap. But I think organisations like the Proving Factory and the Catapults are doing what they can to lift British suppliers up to the sort of requisite level of supply. Yeah.
I've been to the Proving Factory, and it is a fantastic facility there. But going forward, there's obviously, or there could be, some changes in government in the next couple of months, or in the next few weeks, in fact. How do you see going forward?
I think any government that's voted in the next election will probably ring fence or at least secure the industrial strategy, the main tenets of that 5-pillar strategy that Vince Cable launched in September 2012. That's not just my thumb in the air. It genuinely has been expressed by people like Chuka Umunna that they will keep that secure. So I think we're confident that there'll be investments and conviction where strategic parts of the industry will develop in the next parliamentary term. If you look at areas like tax, for example, I think it's disappointing that the incumbent government decided to take away the investment allowance, the annual investment allowance, which currently stands at, I think, £500,000, and they were due to stop that or reduce it to something like £25,000, or was it £100,000? I mean, I think a government with real conviction in the longevity, the long-term future of industry should maintain that capital allowance to a high level. It gives companies, SMEs that we mentioned, a real incentive to buy new capital equipment and write off their oldest equipment.
I mean, in some ways they could have been their own worst enemy on that, because it has been such a success for manufacturing and certainly for the machine tool industry. But yeah, I have seen over recent years that investment in machine tools and engineering companies have really flourished. Let's hope that carries on. Thank you very much for your time today, Will. See you again soon.
Thanks, Paul. Nice to see you.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.